Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just finished game of the night here in Palm Valley. We had, was it number 3 ranked Unity
Yep.
against the number
4 ranked Unity.
4 ranked
number
Unity,
3 ranked
Unity, right?
And number 2 ranked Hitman.
Yeah,
Hitman was ranked number 2.
Yeah, I put him at 2.
1.
Yep, I put him that way because we played an Iron Man game last week. So
that was true.
But man, yeah, that was actually it was a really great game. Went all the way down to overtime. Hitman pulled it out, winning 84-80.
Final score 84-80.
in overtime.
Costly turnovers by Unity.
Yeah.
They had a chance to win. Even at the end, there was 3 seconds left in regulation. They had the ball at half court, and they turned it over. Couldn't even get the ball in bounds.
There's some key turnovers I think for both teams.
Yeah. It was an ugly game, but it was hard fought game. It was pretty.
Some big shots from both teams, though. I saw Stu make some really big shots towards the end.
From deep too.
Yeah, Adam made some huge games too.
Yeah.
How many points did Stu end up with? 36?
Stu ended up with 36, 6 rebounds, solid game. The biggest piece for him though is 8 costly turnovers.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those turnovers actually went over to actual points, but still, 8 turnovers, that's a lot.
I seen a lot of good basketball towards the end. Stu hit some big shots. I think because he felt that he needed to take over the game at the end in overtime.
Well, he's their go-to man,
Yeah.
so you can live with his turnovers because he has the ball in his hands. He's the one that you want the ball to be in his hands, so you can live with those.
But I thought they played a good game. They had a good play at the end. They had a steal that turned into a foul that cost them a win in the regulation.
Yeah. For Hitman, you got Adam, captain. 27 points, 4 assists,
Is he the
5
player of the game?
steals. Definitely the player of the game, man. He pushes the tempo. He pushes the pace. I think when he goes, his team goes. But it's that co-captain 1-2-man punch. Him and Manning. Manning had 25.
Yeah.
So 27-25 from your 2 captains. That's a solid night.
Yeah. Speaking of Adam, we were able to catch up with Adam actually, or Mo was able to catch up with him after the game. So here's Adam.
We're here after the game of the night. We're here with Adam Hamilton as his team win in overtime, 84-80. Adam, what happened tonight, man? You had a prediction. It did come through, but it was a little closer than expected.
Yeah, we came out real strong, and then we kind of let off the gas a little. We were like, all right, we got them. They only got 5 guys, 6 guys. We'll take them. In the second half, be nothing. And there were a couple of vet guys, so they kept playing. Toughed us out, took us all the way to OT, and luckily his 2 free throws that barely went in, so it gave us a 4-point lead to finish it off.
Now, first win of the season. Last week y'all had a tough one, playing against the PV Stars. Y'all came back, got a win this week. We got a 16 now. Old school is back.
Yeah, I saw.
What do you expect of you
over there?
Yeah. So what do you expect going forward from the Hitman going forward?
100% from the stars is competition. We're here to play. We only got 6, 7 guys. You're gonna see us running, gunning, playing defense, and we're here to win. You know, that's the point of the game. Win the game.
Now, I see Manny. Tell us tell us a little bit about what do you expect from your team. What do you think? What's the limit for your team going forward?
Well, I've been in this is gonna be my 3rd season. I'm not gonna say I'm old vet or nothing, but I know there's competition around, and it's 8-game season. You get a doubleheader one time of the year. You get 2 wins. That'll be a big jump. And then once you get to playoffs, it's Scottsdale, Gilbert, Tempe. It's gonna be hard. So we're gonna look to grind out.
Now, my last question of the night is this: you've been on the old school. You played on a championship caliber team.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is your 3rd season. How that experience in Ultimate Hoops is going to help you with your team and be a leader?
Well, it's going to come down to me being that leader. I have basketball IQ. Like you said, I've been watching and playing with these guys, so I'm going to have to just step into that role. And when it's crazy, and we're about to maybe go on a 4-0 run. They come back on a 6-0 run, or we're down 10, whatever it may be. You got to be able to hold your troops down and be a leader out there. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
Well, good win tonight, Adam. Y'all win 84-80 tonight. I'm Maurice. Adam Hamilton. We'll see y'all next week from Palm Valley.
No, well, yeah, that was Adam. So left old school, joined Hitmen. What'd you think of that?
Man, just talking to Adam, man, I think his experience being, he's been on 3 different teams in 3 different seasons already.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's paying off for him. I really do, because it's giving him, he understands his role, and he's embracing a captain role.
Yeah,
so
man.
for him to be doing that, it's helping him out.
Yeah.
And he's having fun. Like before he was with teams, he was doing what Adam does, right? Hard-nosed player, plays defensively the entire length of the court. But now he's playing with a group of friends. He's just having fun out there. And you can see it in the stats now.
Yeah,
Putting up 25 a game.
He's having a lot more fun this season.
He's coming into his own. Definitely.
Yeah, with the old school, it's tough to get minutes on that team.
It is.
They were a deep
they
team
were
last
12
season.
deep, I think.
Yeah, so.
The NBA roster. 10-day contracts and everything.
But yeah, how do you think? So you think Hitman's gonna do pretty well this season in Palm Valley?
Like I said, it's early in the season. Do I think they're gonna be right there at the end? Yes, I do think they're gonna be right there at the end. I do believe that that the team, Hitman, the way they play, their style of play behind Manny, their team is already having fun and they're enjoying each other. And with that type of camaraderie, you're always gonna have a chance to win. So I think they'll be there.
I was talking to Eddie earlier, talking about there's really no team with size this year. I mean, old school lost all their bigs, so everybody's
no
pretty
Big
much the
Dan,
same
no
size.
Dan McClintock.
Oh, speaking of which, old school did show back up. They
made
weren't
an
here.
appearance,
Yeah. So
I think they heard about the Palm Valley Stars being official this season, so they had to come back and test the waters a little bit. They struggled though.
I'm glad to have you guys back.
In their first half
yeah, they was tied.
with the Gladiators
Yeah.
at 29 apiece,
Yeah.
but they pulled it off.
No, their experience showed up.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think Hitman, big shout out to Unity. Just the one thing that I see for Unity is they did play with more Unity today. They did. As their team name, they played with Unity. But that first win is always your hardest one to get. Because just when you think you have it wrapped up, you have to go solidify that win when you haven't won a game yet. And that first win is, believe it or not, it's going to be a tall task until you do it.
I think they need to find a second, kind of like a go-to scorer to help out Stu.
I do too.
Stu
Well, you know
seems like
what?
he's doing a little bit too much for that
You know
team.
what Brian does well? Brian Ingram, he's very athletic.
Yeah.
He had 22 tonight. He fouled out. I think that hurt them
I did at the end.
because he just
He
hit
puts pressure on the ball too.
Yeah, and he's active around the rim. He gets a lot of offensive rebounds and rebounds.
He's long. For being a smaller guard, he's pretty long, pretty lengthy.
Well, all right. I think that's going to wrap it up here in Palm Valley. I want to apologize for last week for not having a mic on, so we did not get to.
Oh, man.
We don't get no
put that-
love out here in the West Valley. We get treated like the desert. So, but
Yeah. Hopefully it's plugged in today, and hopefully it's all good for next week's episode. But I want to thank Smo for your time. Thank you, Eddie. So
Always
that's
a
going to
pleasure.
wrap it up here in Palm Valley for the game of the week. Looking forward to next week.
Yes, sir.
Thanks,
Yes, sir.
guys. Now we're going to go to Javon now in Tempe. Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. Just finished game of the night here in Tempe. We had number 3 seed Game Over beating number 4 seed Balluminati. That was a great game. Came down to the wire, all the way down to the end. Take us through it.
Each team made their runs, and Game Over had the last run. That's how it goes sometimes. It was a hard-fought game, especially they kind of like rivals.
Yeah, I know you didn't watch the
rivals.
first half. Game Over, actually, they were down big in the first half. They were
Really?
down like 19-6, down double digits.
Wow.
They were down, I think, double digits at halftime. So for them to come back and win, that was pretty impressive. I
Oh
thought.
yeah, I think they were a little happier than any other win.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That was huge. I mean, I think this is the biggest rivalry in Tempe. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
they've been playing since Tempe ultimately started.
Brandon, Donald, Fred. Fred always creates a rival, Fred.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna see Fred back in Tempe as well.
Yeah, if they play again, it's gonna be a battle again. I mean, it's gonna be worse because I think now I think Game Over shouldn't have won that game.
Yeah.
Because when I walked in, I'm like, this game, I'm like, who's up? And it was Game Over, and I didn't think that they were gonna win.
Yeah, if you watched the first half, you were like, man, they're done.
Yeah.
They put a fork in it, but
But that's what I
they
said.
battled back. So props
Go
up to
on
them.
runs, and then they got the game over. Got the last run. That was it.
Shout out to Josh Hunter with 19 points. But I think the player of the game was Lorenzo Ford. He had some really big threes.
He had three threes in a row.
Clutch 3-pointers.
And I'm talking 3 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
And that right there is like, it ain't gonna come that often.
Yeah.
For him to make 3 threes while Ballouma they went on a 7-0 run out of a timeout, and they tied the game, and then they had a 2-point lead, and then he hit those 3 threes.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's a ball game.
Yeah, if he doesn't hit those threes, I don't think they would have won.
Check out Lorenzo's interview though.
Oh yeah, we were actually able to catch up with Lorenzo after the game. So here's Lorenzo now.
Hey, how's it going, you hoops? Game of the week, game over in Ball U Madi. We got Lorenzo here. He played a great game. Lorenzo played a great game. I think he hit a 3 with like 15 seconds left, and then you hit 2 clutch free throws. I mean, it was a battle throughout the whole game. How many threes you think you hit today?
I only hit about, I'm gonna say 4, and that came in the clutch, like in the second half, like 5 minutes ago. I hit 3 in a row, and then that was big for me because I wasn't hitting all game. I got a layup, but yeah, it came clutch at the end
it was
though.
crazy. I think it was like 3 minutes left, and you guys, they were actually making a run.
Yeah.
They make a 7-0 run, and you guys call a timeout, and come back, and then you get some nice buckets with Josh underneath, and then you came in, hit 3 threes in a row, changed the whole game.
Yeah.
And I think that's what took it. So, Fred, this is your first season.
Yeah, first
so
season.
how was it, playing with the guys, playing against Fred? You know, Fred's famous in Europe, I guess.
It's good. It's good to get some fundamental good basketball. Play pickup here and there, but college level players. So it was good for me, and I'm glad I got into it.
Yeah, so playoffs come around. I mean, you're gonna see some Mike Bibby, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna see some good. Go check out Wisconsin. They got, some real good talent out there too.
Yeah.
So Lorenzo, so we'll see you next week. Game of the week. Game over took him down. So all right.
So yeah, that was Lorenzo. It's good to see him in the league.
Yeah, cool kid. He plays hard,
Good
plays
player.
well, and he don't talk a lot of stuff. He has fun out
Just
here.
comes here and just.
And I think he's excited to play in the league. So that's cool.
So yeah, hopefully that gives Game Over some momentum going into the second half of the season.
Yeah, they're gonna
I know
have
they
some
struggled
games.
last week against Brad Carroll.
But
But
they're gonna have some games.
yeah, that was a huge win for them. So
Brad Carroll's team, I mean, Pimpin' It Easy, they're going to have to get up and go against. Those are 2 rough teams that they're going to have to battle, so they'll need it.
all right, well that's gonna wrap it up here in Tempe. Now we're gonna go to James now here in Gilbert. Thanks guys. Hey, what's going on everyone? Just finished game of the night here in Gilbert. We had number 6 Hidden Trips upsetting number 2 Set It Off.
Yeah, big upset this year.
Big upset. Yeah. So
Upset of the year so far.
yeah, it was.
Sure.
Hidden Trips was up big, and they were up 16 at half. Kind of but Set It Off kind of chipped it away towards the end.
Yeah, they started playing team basketball, getting to the rim, playing their game, and I think that was the big difference for them. When they fall into shooting lots of threes, they tend to drop into those deficits. When they're moving the ball, going inside, playing inside out, the game really opens for Set It Off.
What do you think was the key for Hidden Trips winning that game?
Connor Helve had a huge night tonight, 27 points, really his coming out party for this season. He was an all-star last year, and when you've got an all-star, give them the ball. There's a reason they were an all-star. I think they need to recognize that a little bit more as a team because they have so many guards, but you got to recognize who your main guys are, who your best players are creating shots and making shots. Because anybody can get shots. Connor makes shots, and he's always made shots. He did it last year, he's doing it again this year. And I think that's going to be a big piece for them moving on is guys finding their roles.
Yeah. Were you surprised by the size disadvantage and how they were able to overcome that?
Yeah, I mean, they rebounded really well for not having the size. And I think what they did really well was they used that speed. They were quicker, even though they were smaller. The bigs for Set It Off are real bigs. They're big, stocky guys.
Yeah.
They're not quite as mobile as those quick guards. So they were able to get all the 50-50 balls and, use their athleticism a couple times and really get above those bigs and grab them out of the air.
Set It Off just seemed like a step behind today.
They didn't really start turning it up until the last 7 minutes, and it's always a little late at that point because Hidden Trips is already rolling.
Yeah. Speaking of, was your player of the game Connor?
Yeah, it's got to be Connor.
Yeah.
His performance was huge tonight, huge.
Yeah, well, we were able to catch up with Connor after the game, so here's Connor.
We're here with Connor Helvig from Hittin' Trips. Connor, huge game tonight, 27 points, just beat number 2 seed, set it off. How does that make you feel?
Good, I know a couple of guys on there. A little disrespected by the preview someone wrote. Had them win by 15, but it's whatever. Maybe different now.
Ryan Brown last season was on your team. What was it like playing against him in a game that they were predicted to win by 15?
We just wanted to beat him. I know Ryan likes to talk a lot, so this one probably stung him a little bit more.
Moving forward with the rest of the season, you guys still have some big games left in this year. What's going to be the key for you guys moving forward from this point?
Well, maybe if all of our guys showed up, that would probably help us a little bit, get some extra subs. But
Fix that power. Fix that power.
that's what I'm saying. I tried telling them. We got a lot of guards. We got to make shots. That's what our game basically is. We got to make threes. We got to gang rebound as a team and defend. That's basically it.
All right, thanks, Connor.
Yeah, no problem.
Back to you.
Wow, so yeah, Connor, 27 points tonight, coming out party. Yeah, it's good to see him have his own team. I feel like last season he was kind of like in Ryan's little shadow, Archie's little shadow, but it was good to see him beat his former teammates.
Yeah,
So-
you took it to him and in a big way.
Yeah.
In a big way.
How do you think Hidden Trip's gonna finish the rest of the season?
I think they're going to finish top 3 or 4. It's really going to depend how they do against Self-Made. That's kind of going to be the tipping point, I think, as far as their next real tough game. But if they can stay competitive and win the rest of their games, or win all but maybe one of their games, they're going to be top 3, maybe 4 in the league.
Where does this drop set it off?
This is going to hurt because a couple of weaker teams won tonight, and so their record is going to be below 500 versus some of these other teams. For instance, Splash City had a win tonight against the free agents. Now, whether or not Set It Off or Splash City is the stronger team is yet to be determined. But Set It Off, who was predicted to be number 1 or 2 in the league this year, this is going to hurt them until they can start winning more games and other people start losing more games.
That's 2 wins already. 2 losses then.
2 losses.
Yeah, so. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up here in Gilbert. James, thanks for your time. We're going to go to Bourne now here in Scottsdale. Thanks, guys. Hey, everyone. Just finished the game of the night. Supersonics and Splash Brothers. What a game.
Upset in my opinion.
I don't even know where to start. It wasn't upset, but it didn't finish, unfortunately. But, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. It was.
All right, well, we'll just start with the basics and we'll get into it. But,
I know there was
pulls a mild upset, 71-68 over Splash Brothers. Like you said, the game didn't finish. Our boy Aaron Brody predicted it, but he does play for the Sonics, so I don't blame him.
Hey, I got to give him props on that.
He goes out on a limb and calls his team wins. He has confidence in his team. That's fine. That's what you want.
Let's give a shout out to him because Sonics they're a team this year. They're not
after 4 seasons.
That's not a. Yeah, he
Aaron finally got the mix
right. He finally put a team together.
Got some players.
Derek Castor is a legit big man.
Caleb.
I put him on the cover this past week.
Yeah.
I knew he could play, but I didn't know he could play like that.
Derek is a beast.
He could step outside.
He made a couple bad fouls though. You gotta play smarter, Derek.
Yeah.
The last 6 fouls.
Fouled out, 7 minutes left.
Last 6 fouls a little iffy on your end, but Caleb's a scorer. Other than his little tip at the end, unfortunately at the end. But Derek's a player. Kevin's a great point guard for them. I like Kevin a lot. Josh is a scrappy player. Brett's gonna, it was weird that Brett's kind of the leader now. Before he was like the wild guy, kind of just blunt, but he's actually the kind of the leader.
I didn't hear a word from Brett.
No, I didn't either. He plays under control. He leads his team, and he kind of subs it in. So I like the mix that Aaron's actually got this year.
But yeah, I don't know, questionable calls, but really,
look, there's gonna be questionable calls all the time.
It was 12-13, like you said.
Foul count 7-7 first half, 13-11 second half. They're gonna miss calls. They're gonna get calls. They're gonna make up here. That's what's gonna happen. You can't complain every time a shot goes up. Yeah, there are things we can do to kind of control it, but all in all, it's a pretty decent game being called. Yeah, it's gonna get a little physical, but guess what? You're both playing physical on both sides.
Yeah, and at the 5-minute mark, I specifically went up to Ray.
Call a little more tight.
I told him, look, call it tight, and they did what I asked.
We did.
And they called everything. Fred's watching. I know he's gonna get mad at me for saying this, but I think Fred got bailed out on his last 2 shots.
There were a couple bailout calls.
The three-pointer.
I don't think
it was a little iffy. On the little drive, it was a little iffy.
And then the foul on Derek was a little iffy on the reach around. He did reach around, but it was a little iffy. The foul on Caleb down low was a little iffy. So both ways, they're a little iffy on both sides.
So I don't want to. And it just feels like every time the game's close, Splash Brothers thinks It's always against them. It's
They're,
always
too,
against
they're
them.
too good to be complaining too much, man. I know Jay's getting beat up sometimes. I see Jay. Jay's a big guy, so people are gonna try to hammer him. I feel bad. You know, Jay kept his cool.
Yeah. But then
you
they
know?
started calling it down.
They did call. He
Yeah,
went to the line
every-
6 times. I mean,
Exactly,
that's what
so-
out of 5 possessions, he went to the line 3 times.
But at the same time, he's the biggest guy on the court. It's a
Biggest
Shaq
guy in the court.
effect.
Shaq effect. Yeah, you
Every
don't
time
want to
you
keep
get
hacking
touches,
him. No, I feel bad because you don't want to keep hacking Jay. Because Jay's gonna be
Right.
upset,
Right.
but he's big as hell. The only way you're gonna stop him is to be able to kind of foul him a little harder. Because if you tap him, he's gonna make buckets. He's too damn good to not to make those easy buckets. So
Yeah. So I mean, I thought the refs did a good job. I know the splash hate Ray, and but I thought it was a pretty evenly called game. Foul
look,
count
we
was
can,
even.
when we play about the refs too. That's part of the game. But you can't let your emotions take that control. You can't be throwing punches. You can't be, getting under people's skins. You know what I mean? That's part of the game. That's just what happens.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's gonna wrap it up. But
I'm disappointed in the ending, honestly. Because some team's gonna get robbed. We had to call the game short. Splash has made their
Yeah.
run, but what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Another team throws a punch, but they're both gonna get physical. You can't just let them continue on. It's part of the game. That's what it happens. So.
yeah, it is what it is. So
It's a great game to start out with. It looked good, had potential. Unfortunately, it ended, in a sour way. But we move on from this. Hopefully, we come with the hammer. Okay, I'll come with the hammer, man.
all right. Well, thanks for coming back to the show. I know last week you didn't come, and
I told my fans not to watch the show.
we had some fans upset and didn't even watch the show last week.
I told them not to watch.
We had the lowest viewings ever.
I told them not to
last
watch.
week.
Without me, there's no show, man.
Glad to have you back, Borg.
Yeah, I need FaceTime, man. I told you, I need FaceTime.
But yeah, that's the game of the night. Fortunately, things didn't end the way we wanted to, but it was a great game to watch. Physical, intense game. I mean, that's all we can really ask for.
Apologies to the fans, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we got to do. We got to keep it under control as much as we can.
So that's gonna wrap it up for the Heat this week. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see everybody back next week. Thanks, guys.